Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will see non-deterministic finite state machine. The non-deterministic finite state machine is not so popular as compared to the deterministic finite state machine because of its nature non-deterministic. But when you construct the non-deterministic finite state machine, you can convert it to a deterministic finite state machine. Because of that, it is used in some of the applications. Let us define this non-deterministic finite state machine formally. It is defined by 5 tuples: k, alphabet that is indicated by summation, transition function S, A, where k indicates the set of states, summation is a alphabets, transition function it maps between number of states and the input alphabet. S is a start state and A is a accepting state. So it is same as a DFSM only. The major difference between NDFSM and the DFSM is, the first difference is an NDFSM non-deterministic finite state machine may enter the configuration in which there are still input symbol left to read but from which no moves are available. As you studied DFSM, so what is the rule in the DFSM, construction rule in the DFSM? If alphabet set has symbols A and B, then you must show A and B transition from a particular state. Assume that Q0, Q1 states are there. So you have to show A and B ka transition compulsory from these states. But it is not in case of NDFSM. So still input sets are, input alphabets are there, but it is not compulsory that you have to show the move for those alphabets. What is the second difference? An NDFSM machine may enter the configuration from which 2 or more computing moves are possible. So in the DFSM, as it is deterministic in the nature, you have to show compulsory one transition from each of the state. So machine is in deterministic, it can't move 2 states for a same input symbol. So this is not possible in the DFSM. See, here I had shown A ka transition as a loop for this state and one more transition I had shown to the next state. So this is not possible in a DFSM, but you can do this in a NDFSM. So more than one transition you can show for a same alphabet. So that is a second difference. So these two are the important difference between DFSM and NDFSM. We will take one example and see how to construct the NDFSM. Assume that the given language is, here you are constructing the NDFSM to accept the strings of A's and B's starting with the string AB. So what are the valid strings in the language? Valid strings are AB, next AB A, AB B, next AB AA, AB BB and so on. So infinite set of strings comes under the valid string list. See, all these strings are starting with AB. So what are the invalid strings here? So invalid strings are the strings which doesn't start with the AB. So it may be A, B or B, A, B, B and so on are the invalid strings. Should construct the basic NDFSM. Basic NDFSM is constructed by taking a minimum string from the valid string list. So what is the minimum string here? AB is the minimum string. So to accept this AB, I will draw the NDFSM. So this is a start state, Q0 state. Next, when I accept A, I will move to a next state. So I will name this as a Q1 state. Next, after accepting the B, I will change my state to Q2. So Q2 is my final state here. Next, so every string starts with AB. After that, it may have any number of A's and any number of B's. So that I can show by taking a loop to this Q2 state. So if I write here A, it starts accepting what? Any number of A's, 0 or any number of A's. Next, if 0 or any number of B's, it will accept and it will be in the Q2 state. So this is a DFSM which accept the strings starting with AB. So check out this by taking a valid string from the valid string list. So I'll take ABA and check whether this is acceptable by this NDFSM or no. So when it read A from a start state Q0, it will change the state to Q1. Next, when it read B, it will move to a Q2 state. Next, when A come, it will accept and it will be in the same state, and this is a final state. So this string is get accepted by your NDFSM. Next, take another valid string from the list, that is ABB. So when A come, it will change the state from Q0 to Q1. Next, when B come, it will change the state to Q2. After that, if any number of B's comes, it will accept and it will be in the final state only. So check out all these things are get acceptable by your NDFSM. So here no need to show the B ka transition from Q0 state and A ka transition from Q1 state. So it is not compulsory in NDFSM that we have to show the transition for given alphabet set. Next, you should represent this NDFSM by using 5 tuples. So what is the first tuple here? Alphabet. So alphabet in the language are A and B. Next, K is nothing but a set of states. So how many states are there in the NDFSM? Q0, Q1, Q2. Next, S is nothing but a start state here. So Q0 is a start state. So I will write Q0 to a S value. Next, what is the accepting state here? Accepting state is Q2. Next, delta is nothing but a transition function. So transition we are going to take by considering states as a row value and alphabets as a column value. So alphabets I will write as a column value and Q0, Q1, Q2 are the row values here. Next, Q0 of A, where I move to a Q1. Q0 of B, there is a no transition for B from the Q0 state, so I will write here null. Next, Q1 of A, no transition, I will write null. Q1 of B, I will change my state to Q2. Next, Q2 of A, I am going to be in a same state, Q2, and for B also I am going to be in a same state. So construction of NDFSM is easy compared to the DFSM. I hope you understood this problem. Thank you.